Oh, I'm fully open. I'm really apologetic about a lot of things that I probably said in the house that not probably that I did say in the house that rubbed people the wrong way. I really want people to know that's not who I am, and moving forward, there's just no space for that in my everyday life. And I'm completely open and willing to hearing everybody's point of view and perspective on that, and improving myself as a person every day. Yeah, it was one of those things for her. Obviously she gave me a ring as like one of those bonding things for us on the outside of here. And I think the best thing that I could have did in return for her to let her know that, I'm not going to just leave the house and forget about everything that we built inside of this house was pretty much the best I could offer was that kiss. Yeah, there was a lot of things that, it's a lot of days in that house and a lot of time and certain information I felt like that may have not have been as important clearly was for her. And yeah, in hindsight, I do wish that I let her know about these things way earlier on because she felt slighted when she found out about things that I haven't told her. And we were really open with each other pretty much from, the moment we started to really move into this whole relationship showman's aspect of our relationship in the house. So I do feel as if some if looking back on things, it was just like, damn, I wish I told you every single thing that I knew. But even like I said, with having conversations, even with my mom, it was like certain things you forget in the house because there's just so much going on at that moment, and you don't have that many opportunities to really just go full blown and say, hey, this is exactly what's going on. And it was still a matter of building trust with Blue too at the time. So I definitely do regret not letting her in on more things. Expected, not really, but I guess in this game you really have to expect the unexpected. But no, I knew that pretty much early on in this house, people were really afraid of the competitors of the house, and I happen to be one of those people. Cameron did a pretty good job at painting Izzy as a great competitor, although she didn't win anything at that time. He did a really good job at painting the picture of her being a problem moving forward, and like I said, people wanted to execute that move, and I think more than anything, people wanted to start to break up the whole me, Izzy, and Cirie thing that they were seeing, but not too sure about, but they felt as if it was a thing. And I wasn't surprised that after that whole blow up, I was next on the list. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure we were able to play it off pretty good to where people didn't expect us to be mother and son. A lot of people expected me to be Mama Felicia's son more than they expected me to be Cirie's son, which was always funny to me. But after the whole Izzy debacle went down, I think people started to associate me closer with her than I actually was trying to show. People automatically knew that me and Izzy were really close, but people also knew that Cirie and Izzy were pretty close. So the moment Izzy left, I think people just clicked us together and was like, hey, he's going to be with her because that's who they both had a common interest in Izzy, and I think that was probably the start of a downward trend for my game. Not much. I think it was kind of 50-50 for me. I mean, obviously moving into this house, no one had that relationship of somebody else that they knew they can trust 100%, regardless of what was said or what was done. But to the contrary, that we were obviously put on very different sides of the house. She was with the social aspect of the house. I was with the competitive side of the house. And at every point and at every turn, if somebody was to mention her name, I knew that I would have to go out there and fight to kind of protect it. So it did make it a little bit harder playing this game for someone else and not just myself because even as far as the Izzy vote went, if I didn't have my mom and I didn't have that promise with Izzy, I don't think me and the whole Corey blow up would have ever happened because I would have never pushed for Izzy to stay. But like I said, I made a promise to both of them that I was going to do whatever I could to keep them as long as possible, and I tried to stay true to that to the end. I think as long as possible. I mean, in this game, you got to keep targets that's bigger than yourselves, and Cameron is definitely going to be one of those regardless. But beyond that, I mean, Cameron is somebody who clearly is proven that he can win competitions here, and as long as you're in his good graces, you can expect him. You can expect to be good under a Cameron HOH. You know what I mean? And you can expect the Cameron HOH as long as he can play. So I think she should try her best to pair as much as she can with Cameron. She can see that for herself, and I know she has her own gut feeling about Cameron, willing whether she can trust him or not. But I think Cameron's definitely a good ally for her moving forward. Oh, as soon as I touch back down home, man, I'm about to go see my girl Izzy. I miss her so much.